Good morning. It is just after 10 on our second and last C day. We have Taste of Royal at 11:30. What I read online is that we would receive a letter telling us where to go for it, but we didn't. So I called and asked the people at Chops Grill where it is, and they said it's in Giovanni's table, which is where we're having dinner tonight too. So I guess we'll be spending several hours in there today. We were told at Izumi last night that they were doing a sake tasting and pairing or something today. If we hadn't already booked Taste of Royal, we probably would go over for that. But since we've already paid and everything, we're just gonna do this and see if we'd rather do Izumi for the next time. Because that was, I think, our favorite meal on the ship so far, including the chef's table. I mean, it was just fantastic sushi. We also haven't had sushi in like a year and a half, so maybe that, I don't know, it was just really, really good. Very nicely presented. It's kind of rainy out, so probably not a pool day, although the solarium is covered. Last night's marriage game show was really funny, and this couple that was up there, when they asked the question about a parrot in your room and what they would say after sitting there for like a month straight, he said, or she said, he would ask, "Give me some butt." I have never heard that phrase before. Have you heard that? I'm still laughing about their answers. They were a really cute and funny couple. Okay, so we'll see you for Taste of Royal and tell you how the rest of our day goes. Between lunch and dinner tonight, we'll come back and pack our bags. And I believe that we will just take my luggage with us instead of checking it and having them pick it up tonight. It's one bag and we're parked right by the port, so I don't want to go through having to find and claim it. We are outside of lunch now, just by the Palladium Theater, where we'll be coming tonight. We missed the Broadway style show 2 days ago, and I really want John to see it because it's one of these perks of cruising that is included in the price, and the value that you get just out of the shows alone is so high. Tonight is called Broadway Rhythm and Rhyme. It's kind of overcast and cool outside. We're gonna go by the casino and see if we can rack up some casino points. It has gone from rainy to a beautiful day. John is in the hot tub at the moment, and I'm just hanging out, just enjoying this gorgeous last day on board. So our official dinner reservation is in 25 minutes, but we're hoping to get there early because I really want John to see the production show tonight. 6:30 is what we had reserved, but we're gonna head up there right now. And we're bringing our bottle of red wine that we got with the cheese plate when we boarded. We have not packed up our stuff at all, but we're gonna do a walk-off with our luggage tomorrow. We've had a really good time. Did you enjoy your trip?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would like John to explain to you what his perception of cruising was prior to this, and then what he thought of this cruise before we go on the next one. Because this ship is the smallest and the oldest in the Royal Caribbean fleet, but compared to the one that he was on last, this is like a massive mega ship, especially before we do this whole step up over the next few months. He's going to be going from the smallest and the oldest ship to the biggest and the newest ship in this fleet. We're back in Giovanni's table. We spent a couple hours here for lunch today, so all the window seats are taken, but hopefully we'll be able to have some view for dinner. We're not far from our lunch table, but let's see what's on the dinner menu. Thank you.
Sure, please. Thank you.
Do you know what you just ordered?
I don't know, but I'm gaining weight. I know that's for sure.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on, but it sounds like it'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the meat and cheese plate to go with our bread. This looks very good. Wow, I got eggplant parmesan. John got a steak of some kind. Yum. What is that spoon? So he said at the bottom there's more bone marrow than at the top.
Yeah, you have to flip over the bone.
Oh my gosh, that is the first that I've ever seen. We're gonna have coffee and see what the tiramisu and the cannoli look like. John thinks panna cotta looks good, but I can't picture what that is. Dinner at Giovanni's table was really good. I didn't know what I was ordering. I just asked the waiter, and I guess you order the cheese plate and appetizer, and then two entrees. One is like a meat thing and one's a pasta. And basically, I am so full, I feel sick. It's the opposite of what we were saying after we had sushi last night, which is we felt like we ate a lot, but we didn't feel too full. That meal.
Oh yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Palladium Theater for tonight's showtime. Please welcome your host, your cruise director, is Mark.
Hi everybody. There they are. You can't see them, but they are down there. It's the Grandeur Orchestra. Good evening. Yeah, they're in their kit tonight. Yeah, you can see them. That's it. They're playing live during the show. It's going to be absolutely incredible in here. Hard-working people all around the ship in every department, making sure that you receive the best possible service. And some of those people want to say thank you and farewell to you right now. So please take a look down the aisles and welcome the Grandeur of the Seas crew to the stage. Nearly 800 crew members on board, working hard day and night to give you the best service. Our representative tonight from our beverage team on board. They've been putting the booze in your cruise. Yeah. We have our chef from the galley there and our waiters from the dining room. And here, look at this. We have our stateroom attendants with the towel animals. So cute. Love it, love it. We have 26 ships all around the world. Please do come back and see us somewhere around the world very, very soon.
The Broadway show is over, and I thought it was so cool they did an homage to Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. They sang the Just Can't Say No song, which is, I have that on my phone and sing it all the time. Anyway, they did like a little bit of music from all these different famous Broadway shows, and I was telling John that the dancers and the singers start out on ships like this and work their way up to the really big and massive performance ships. I think they did a great job. I wish we had seen the other show because I'm sure it was just as good. Anyway, we are in schooners and I'm gonna do the lavender daiquiri. I haven't had a martini or anything like that on this ship. We usually have a Grey Goose martini, but we'll just finish off with that. Some water, go pack up. So thanks for coming with us, and we'll see you tomorrow for Disembarkation. Good morning. It is Disembarkation Day. It's about 7:30. And we had a really pretty sunrise. The sun is behind that building right now. It's just gorgeous. We are doing self-assist walk-off, so we're just about ready to walk out of our room. And we have a really busy day of travel today. We live here in Houston, but have to go to Montana. So we're gonna get off the ship, drive to our house, drop off our luggage, and then go to the airport. We will return to Texas at the beginning of November and be getting on the Adventure of the Seas in mid-November. We are off of the ship. It's only 8:10 and they had the weirdest customs process. It said something about biometric border protection, and so there were two lines. If you had a birth certificate, you went to the left to show your documentation. If you have a passport, you go to the right, and it says, do not take out your passport. They know who you are. You walk up to this camera that scans your face and then tells you to proceed, and you're done with customs. I'm used to stopping, being questioned, showing my passport, and having to declare anything I'm bringing. We literally didn't even stop walking except for 1 second for it to scan our faces. Very strange, but it made the whole process very efficient. Welcome to Houston Airport. This is always super busy, and they took out all the moving walkways to put bars in, so we are hoofing it to the United Club, and our plane boards at about an hour and a half. We have a super big airplane that is completely full for the flight to Denver. This should be interesting. Ooh. Oh, that's so pretty. That's not our trash on the table. It's like standing room only right now, and John snagged us these chairs where we can charge. We have about 1 hour before boarding. There's our plane at the end, dwarfing the other ones, and there is something going on right there. Look at all the people. This plane is so freaking big, it's hard to even put into words. I think the only time I've been on a plane this size is going to Hawaii and going to Europe. Our flight attendants are just landed on another plane, so we're waiting for them to get off of the plane they're currently on and over to our gate so that everyone else can get on. It's slightly delayed, but we have a 3-hour layover. It shouldn't be a problem at all. We just came out of the club, which was very busy. They had 3 delayed planes. This is a 2.5-hour flight, and I think we're actually next to each other on this flight. We have someone seated between us in the next flight. Boarding started after the plane was supposed to take off. Luckily, we have a long layover, but yikes. We're in the Denver Club, which is not as busy as we've seen it several times. But they're still not allowing any one-time passes today. Our plane ended up arriving like about an hour late. We have 2 hours. And then we should land in Bozeman by 9 if everything goes to plan. Denver Airport is crazy busy every time we come here. Our plane is on time boarding, so we're on our way to the gate, which is at the end of this terminal. And then we'll see you in 3 or 4 weeks for our next cruise on the Adventure of the Seas. We made it back to Bozeman. So our plane was supposed to take off at 7:13. They came on the intercom right after boarding and said we were going to wait 6 minutes for 4 passengers who had just landed across the runway from us or whatever. And we were going to be delayed 6 minutes. We were delayed, I think, 40 minutes for takeoff. 35. 210 people on a plane with no airflow, waiting on 4 passengers. But we ended up landing somehow only 4 minutes behind schedule. So we're basically on time. Turned out okay, and we're the last flight into Bozeman tonight. So anyway, see you next time.